For more on this, we're now being joined by WION correspondent Andrew Wood, live from Hong Kong. Thank you so much for joining us. Andrew, what can you tell us about the situation? Of course, as I mentioned earlier, we will not be getting a lawyer of his choice or a jury. Lai's son has in fact said that this trial does have a predetermined outcome and they are not in fact expecting a fair trial. What's your take on the situation?
Well, it has actually started now. Jimmy Lai has actually arrived in the court and appeared in the court. And as you say, the security has been pretty tight. You can't get into the court building without going through X-ray machines, and there are many, many police there. This is such a high-profile trial. I think that the police are worried that it might be disrupted in some way that could be embarrassing to the Hong Kong government. And this is, yes, a test of how far Hong Kong and how far Beijing is prepared to go to make any form of dissent, any form of support for democracy in Hong Kong seem as unappealing as possible. The British the British Foreign Secretary has said that as Mr. Lai is a British citizen, is calling for his release. And Britain has said that the national security law that Beijing imposed, under which partly Mr. Lai is being charged, breaks the agreement that China made with the United Kingdom prior to the handover of Hong Kong, which was then a British colony, back to China in 1997.
Absolutely. Now, in fact, I was just going to come to this. British Foreign Secretary as well as the United States, they have made their displeasure with this decision known. Do you think the involvement of the international community or their condemnation will yield any sort of results?
I very much doubt it. I think China has been very consistent in its approach to Hong Kong over the past couple of years. It has been, it's not going to give in, I think, to any form of foreign persuasion at the moment. China says that what goes on in Hong Kong is a Chinese affair. Hong Kong is part of China, and that no other country has the right to interfere with what's going on. Now, of course, a lot of people in the UK government feel that they have a moral responsibility to protect what people in Hong Kong because of the way it was a British colony and the way it was handed over, and there was the agreement between China and the United Kingdom over how there would be more democracy in Hong Kong and not less. But I think what's happened in Hong Kong is very, very different. The way democracy, as China calls it, has developed in Hong Kong is very, very different to that as envisaged back in 1997 when there was the original handover. But as I say, China says Hong Kong is Chinese territory. It can do basically whatever it wants.
All right. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us on WION with all the updates on this. We'll of course continue to track all the developments closely.